SnS is gonna troll me yet again. Oh. Kind of unfortunate. Alright, boys, we are back.
You back?
Unfortunately, for the 4th time in a row. I do apologize for all the crashes. I swear I don't do it on purpose. Alright, and right now we're looking at the matchup here. It is going to be Green 2 versus A-Lab. Okay. Now we're back again. This is going to be A-Lab versus Grin 2. Whoever wins this match is going to move up to the grand finals. And again, I apologize for all the crashes. Unfortunately, it is out of my control. Hey, Marco playing on a super zoomed in screen right now. Playing GTA, but then zooms out. Who's gonna be the target? It looks like CJ is here. Is gonna be the next target here. Miko coming up next. Miko though, perfect dodging that one. But CJ is here. Looks to be the main focus of Team A-Lab here, compared to like last match where Miko was the focus of. All right, let me just increase the volume there for a little bit for you guys. Now, Barcode trying to go for that engage there onto CJ, but now they have to wait. They know already who the vulnerable team is in Team Grin 2, and they're going for it 100% on Miko. Alright, CJ is here. Cheehead playing for life here right now, waiting on their teammate Miko, who is going to engage to Conezip. It looks like Grin 2 is also very, very aware of the amount of damage that Conezip is able to dish out here based on the previous matches. But now Conezip still maintaining his health at a very high percentage. But what will happen when he eventually runs out of defensive cooldowns and then gets focused down, we'll find out soon enough here as this death blow is getting charged up. CC over there, and Miko gets bursted down from 50% health to 0. And now reset of cooldowns here on the side of A-Lab. Grin 2 seems to be the team that's like really good at giving away all these advantages early in a bid to decrease, or rather force their opponent to go to be out of mana. Barcode right now playing for life, trying to stay alive. Shadow over to the enemy to maintain some more distance from the people engaging on him. Barcode though getting pelted here a little bit. And Miko going down again. He seems to be the favorite target of all these teams so far, identifying him as the weakness that needs to be rid of first in order to play for points. But again, this is Grin 2. We've seen them do it twice this tournament alone, and we can never count them out. A nice perfect block there into his stealth right away. Miko playing for his life here, but unfortunately a fully charged death blow that gets cancelled. And Miko gets full HP again, but unfortunately, even though the perfect dash that he was able to do there is now gone because he goes from 100 to 0 right away. CJ is here, gets a kill on GGG. 60 versus 32. The loot window coming soon. Conezip, they're charging up his mana there, seeing as he was getting quite low. One of the advantages of being a staff user. And here we go. Miko again getting focused down. Cone Zip on Miko. Deathblow charging up on Miko, but he perfect dodges it. So whatever squishiness Miko does, he does make up for it with mechanics, but unfortunately a KD is a KD, and he still rolls out of the damage there. Managed to survive, but for how long? Managed to self out as well. GGG, trying to keep him away. Trying to keep his team alive. Meanwhile, on the side of Green 2, Miko fighting for his life. And now, with a kill on Cone Zip, might be the window that they're looking for to take back the win here. Because from the looks of it, none of them right now on Team A-Lab is running out of mana. Focus going out on to Miko here. Miko playing for his life, trying to make use of this like less than a minute that they have here to try to loot as many points as they can. 80 to 50, so nothing has changed so far besides the additional points that they just received. But now Green 2 vying for these last few kills, but then the kill goes to Team A-Lab, and with 14 seconds left on the clock, 101 to 66, you're gonna need a couple more kills before you can get this comeback. Now Barco right now getting healed by GGG, receiving quite the number. You can see at the bottom right there, quite a number of buffs on his side there, and they take the win, saving their mana, regenerating their mana, and saving their defensive cooldowns here at the end for the play that they know that Green 2 was making, in a very, very beautiful play from A-Lab. And in the grand finals is going to be Team A-Lab versus Team Inefficient. Who's going to be the grand final winner of our very first Dynasty competition tournament? We'll find out soon, and we're going to go ahead and hop on over to the brackets.
This is double elimination, so if Team Efficient loses, they don't get kicked out.
Yep.
One round.
All right, Team Inefficient here with the advantage that they pulled by consistently being in the top. That means that they have room for error, whereas Team A-Lab, not so much. As we get another 5 gifted subs from Jerry here. Thank you for the subs, Jerry. Another 10. What are we going in increments of 5, 10? Appreciate the gifted subs, Jerry. That is 50 total for a total of 75 in the channel. That is insane, and thanks to that, I will probably have more emote slots to upload to. When you sub, guys, don't do it for me. Do it for the emotes. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead down there. Spectate on to Team Inefficient. Foo foo foo. What's going, guys? And again, what the fuck? He went from increments of 5 to increments of 10. He went from 5 to 10 to 20. Jerry coming in with the 20 gifted subs, giving everybody in the audience a ad-free experience. The real MVP. As we look at the A-Lab fam together with the Efficiency fam, duking it out in the grand finals. First, I want to experience ad-free experience. Unfortunately, even though I take out the ads on my end, Amazon, for a good reason, still needs to make money, so they play ads anyway. So unfortunately, it is out of my control, and the only thing that will prevent you from getting ads at this point is going to be a sub. A sub that Jerry has very magnanimously given to a lot of people, and we appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, here we go. Team inefficiency. Proving to be the opposite. Being incredibly efficient with their gameplay. Having a perfect run thus far. Can they keep it up? Can they keep the momentum as the first engage comes from the side of A-Lab? ConeZip, though, getting focused right away. A lot of DPS coming on the way of ConeZip. Charging up for Fireball. Will he receive the necessary pre-buffs? Will he receive the necessary heals to keep him up and allow him to do the same amount of damage as he's always been doing? Artoria getting death blow there from the looks of it, but takes no damage. Soma going for another engage. There we go. And Jerry with the 96 gift subs, giving it to Bratwurst for an ad-free experience as we see ConeZip getting bursted down here. But then a counter-attack from team side of A-Lab. Artoria actually going down on HP and gets knocked down from 100 to 0 despite the heals that he was receiving. That is just a ton of damage coming from the side of A-Lab. And A-Lab takes down Soma as well. Now even at a 15-15. This is an incredibly close matchup. A little early on that sleep, potentially, as they try to reset, as Soma was on his way back. But still, nonetheless, damage coming out from the side of A-Lab, damage coming out from the side of Team Inefficiency here. And now, target over to Barcode. Can Barcode kite this out? Can ConeZip deal and provide the damage while his teammate is getting chased down? And Barcode again here getting hit, getting focused down. Barcode, will he be able to do it? He is a great sword. And another death blow getting charged up here, but instead of getting the kill on Soma, Barcode looks like he's next up on the chopping block as Jerry gifts another sub for an ad-free experience. And ConeZip here getting focused in the back. No kills coming out from either side, but Darth Lemur dangerously low on mana here. 10% mana. With a proper cooldown placement on the side of A-Lab, they could make a difference here, but unfortunately ConeZip does not last that long. Darth Lemur was getting focused on the back. Tried to take advantage of the fact that he doesn't have his defensive cooldowns. He doesn't have his mana, but unfortunately, the kill does not go through for them. Might not have been the best decision, but it was worth a try. And now kill from the side of Inefficiency towards A-Lab here, putting the points at 32 and 36. Hoping to get this deficit in order with 4-point difference here. 3 seconds left until we get into the next phase. As Jerry, again, for some reason, is still on a roll, gifting sub from one person to another, giving them a ad-free experience as the gap in points goes from 38 into 41 in the favor of A-Lab, actually. So now Soma right now getting focused, getting stunned. Stuns back, counters back with an engage. Winning on cooldowns, focus down on ConeZip here. Artoria heading all the way to the back and then teleporting back to his team for a quick reposition. Now both teams right here waiting on cooldowns, but unfortunately if you look at the top left of the screen, there's Soma dangerously low on mana, Darth dangerously low on mana, and as we're getting this much closer to the point where it is going to be the loot window, I do not want to be in the position that Darth is right now. Soma getting killed there, 55 to 48. 22 seconds until the next phase. Looting mode, 49 seconds. We're about to find out right now if they can get the skill on ConeZip. A much needed kill to even out score here a little bit. But ConeZip managing to survive and still somehow manage to engage, counter engaging. But unfortunately, Artoria gets hit with the burst. 56 to 72. 25 seconds left on the clock. Again, this is double elimination. So on the side of Team Inefficiency, they can afford to make these mistakes because they have another shot. But if they lose one more time, if they manage to lose in this fight, then that means that will be their last chance. And that is a loss on the side of Team Efficiency. The first loss they've ever had. And Team A-Lab, recognizing their mistakes from the previous matches, adjusts accordingly and plays a game in an arena of their lives. There is a reason why these guys are one of the top in the arenas in the West Coast, and it is for good reason. Seems to be a reoccurring problem on the side of Team Inefficiency right now is definitely the mana management. They almost lost to Green 2 earlier. And then now at this point in time, they just couldn't outlast it. The mana just wasn't there, and towards the end, they just could not recover due to lack of mana from the side of their healer. Seems to be a recurring problem for them. Worked out for them earlier against Green 2 again, but this time around, A-Lab does not let that go through. And here we are, the final match of the night. Again, the champion of this tournament gets $200, either gift card or a Steam gift code for them. And then the runner-up, one of these two teams, is going to win the $100 as well. Match start. Artoria taking the lead. Target selection immediately. He already knows who he wants, and he has his eyes set on Cone Zip. Cone Zip engaging on Darth Lemur. They might approach the same strategy as before and try to lose out on the early game in exchange for a bit of a late game adjustment here, a bit of late game play here, so to speak, and try to drain as much of Darth's mana as possible. We've seen Artoria make up for this weakness by quick switches with quick hands and quick mechanics here, but this match is not meant to be won by one man alone. Now full engage on Barcode. Barcode managing to survive this one, managing to actually stealth out. And now the next focus now is on to Cone Zip. Will Cone Zip go down? Cone Zip does go down. Kill on the side of Tomashin. And now they're going on to Barcode. Barcode taking quite a bit of damage there, but at the back there, getting focus is GGG as Artoria does get bursted down again. This insane amount of damage coming out from Greatsword is pretty insane once you hit a crit heavy combo. 13-16 in the favor of A-Lab. Will A-Lab take the throne? Will A-Lab take the grand final win? Not if Team Inefficient has anything to say about it. Soul Machine getting very, very low though. Still surviving some way, somehow. Dashing out, dashing in. Gets as much damage as he can. Might fall here in a second. Does fall to the team. But then Cone Zip now in the crosshairs of Artoria. But unfortunately, he does end up running away. Gets sustained back. And that is just such a close call on the side of Team Inefficient here. Both teams right now trying to regen as much as they can. Trying to wait for cooldowns. And waiting for the next phase. What does surprise me though is that despite the mana issues that they've been known to have in the late game, Team Inefficient here taking the first engage onto A-Lab instead of hanging back and try to get more mana back on their healer. Interesting choice. But looks to be a detriment on their side as Somashin ends up falling down. Artoria, the next target here. Incredibly low, 10%. Darth Lemur right now incapacitated. He's going to try to heal as much as he can here, but is it better to maybe let Artoria reset and save mana for the loot window? Here you go, GGG receiving some damage here. Morphs and loses resistances and gets hit instantaneously by a CC. But Soul Machine here trying to put down the damage on Barcode, but unfortunately Soul Machine ends up suffering more than he ends up dealing on the other side, but gets healed up, thankfully, due to Darth. But look at it again, the same issues as last time. Darth, low on mana, 10% on mana. Artoria, 10% on mana as well. They are in a very dangerous position right now. 33 to 70. As Somoshin goes down, Artoria now doing his best to gain some mana back. He knows that this is the issue they're having. So he has a plan that he has ready ahead of the scenario. But now, going into the loot mode. This is the loot window that we have. Comeback. But a comeback is kind of hard to attain if you don't have a lot of mana, but somehow, someway, somehow, they make it happen. Get the kill on Marco. Next target on GGG. He is fighting for his life here. Defense, defense, defense. You can see the block coming through. Cone Zip doing as much damage as he can from the back, but gets jumped instantaneously. Stalls out. Gets out of the way. GGG, the next target again. Or do they wait for Cone Zip? Looks like they wait for Cone Zip here. Engage on Somoshin. Darth Lemur struggling to sustain his team right now, but unfortunately, for the side of Cone Zip, he does get taken down. GGG right now, getting CC'd. And next up here is the return combo onto ZGG, and it looks like he's gonna go down 66 to 99. This is the comeback that they are looking for. Cone Zip, you have to survive. If you lose this one, you might just lose this tournament. Tank it as much as you can. Damage coming out. Damage coming out to Cone Zip. Is it gonna be enough? 0. And the winner of this tournament is Team A-Lab. Marco, GGG, and Cone Zip showing exactly why they are as high ranked as possible as they can be in the arena. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first ever Dynasty tournament. And thank you to our sponsors again for hosting this tournament and providing the prizes. And with that, the grand finals winner and the grand prize winner is Team A-Lab, representing for the Filipinos. And then right in the runner-up is Team Inefficiency from Efficiency Guild, both of which we are very proud to have as our allies. And it shows today exactly why the arenas do help, as the top arena teams just adjusted instantly to adapt to the other team's tactics. They found out the weakness and they exploited it magnificently. And that's it for tonight. The prizes will be given out to you guys through DM on Discord. And in the meantime, we're going to go back to TNL. We are going back to TNL, ladies and gentlemen. And that is congratulations. Congratulations to our winners. And thank you, everybody, for participating in this tournament. This would not have been as exciting as it was without your help and without your participation. And of course, would not be possible without our sponsors. And now I log in and we go to Shawardoma. Easy. Give me a second here as I load up the game. Unfortunately, I had to close the game, so my game stops crashing. But even when I close it, I still crashed twice. Holy shit, Jerry. Thank you for the gifted subs, brother. Alright, with the gifted sub, X up in chat. Darth, amazing run that you guys had. And thank you everybody for participating and making this a very exciting tournament. There we go. Back into the game. Jerry hitting his 100 gifted subs milestone. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for participating, and it was a fun time. And you really got to see people's adjustments during this tournament. We have a whale event, and then PvP. All right.
Microphone muted. Channel switched.
Post-game interview. All right. I mean, if you guys wanna do some post-game interview, we could talk to Team A Lab here. 1 second. Let's just see if the winners are still here. They might be a little bit shy. Looks like they left already.